Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today we are probably going to be reviewing the cutest collection from Colourpop so far. This is their Winnie the Pooh collab and it is so cute. I love everything about it. I think a lot of us were going crazy over the honey lip mask and lip scrub. I know I was. That's what I was looking forward to in this collection and I'm so happy that I got everything in PR. So I'm here to share my thoughts. I'm here to share my 3 looks, swatches, comparisons, everything you need to know about this collection we're going to talk about today. So with that being said, if you guys are interested in my thoughts, then please continue watching. First things first, like always, let me show you what's in this collection, a little product breakdown. We first have the Sweet As Can Be 10 pan eyeshadow palette. This is $18 US. And then of course we have the Honey Pot lip mask and lip scrub. This comes in a very special packaging with the iconic honey handwriting over it, and then it actually does come with these little honeycomb applicators, which is just the cutest thing. So it does come as a duo for only $16 US, which I think is a really great price point. And then there are 3 super shock shadows, $10 US each, or you can get it for $27 for all 3. And then lastly there are 3 luxe glosses, again $10 US, or if you wanted to get it as a set it is $27 USD. And my affiliate code does work on this collection, so if you want to purchase anything from this collection, my code JUDY will save you 10% off. I do just earn a small commission if you do choose to shop with my code, but I do appreciate it and thank you in advance if you do so. But with that being said, let's hop into the review. Of course I always like to start off with the eyeshadow palette, and I think this palette is just so perfect for spring, for summer, the vibes, the tones. I love this packaging. The outer packaging looks exactly the same as the outer. It has Winnie on the cover, and when you open up you have this beautiful warm tone color story with pops of yellow. We have some pinks, some greens. There are 6 mattes and 4 metallics. Within the mattes there are some that have little specks of glitter, so it's not like a complete matte, but I just like to call them mattes. I'll categorize it in that. The pans are in a different shape to mimic, you know, the honeycomb pattern, which is super cute, very on theme, and I genuinely enjoyed this palette so much. I loved every single look that I got out of it. I feel like for the first look it's something a little bit more pink, you could say a little bit more cooler tone, and that mimicked Piglet. And then my second look was very warm, a lot of oranges, and that was like my Tigger look. And then the third look, which is the look I'm currently wearing, it doesn't really show Winnie as much, but I think it shows the palette. Like I really do match the palette right now, I feel. So I feel like all 3 looks were just so me and just something that I could wear all the time. So I think this overall color story I really enjoyed. I will say Colourpop does have some other palettes that have a similar color story. The main one would have to be Sandstone, but I will put up some other comparisons for you guys. So I really have no cons about this palette, honestly. I got to use every single shade, all the shades performed well, and I really enjoyed this palette. So I'll just leave it at that because yeah, I'm always thinking about my end of year ranking and I feel like this one is going to be ranking pretty high. I feel like this collection is a good one. Like I loved everything in this collection. There was no duds for me in this collection. And then of course we have the lip mask and lip scrub. You can only get these together, but why wouldn't you want to get them together? It is so cute. It comes in a little honey pot. It says honey here as well, and then you get these cutie little honeycomb, I don't know, is honeycomb the right term for it? But you get these like little honey scoops, you know, the applicator, and you can actually use these to apply it on your lips, which is what I like to do with it. I just think it's such a cute pairing, and for the theme of this collection it was just perfect. I will just note though that I did see a similar packaging from a Chinese beauty brand. I think nonetheless it does fit really well in this collection. It is super cute, and I think for $16 guys, this is a really great deal for getting these 2 in the super cute packaging. Like I would repurpose these. Like once I finish the product inside, I'm just gonna find something else to put in it because it is just so cute, and it does smell like honey. Although I'm not the biggest fan of a honey smell. It does smell like honey, so if you guys do like that, I mean, it's on theme. Everything is so on theme here. I love it. The lip scrub, I really do like Colourpop's lip scrub. It's not too abrasive on your lips, but it still does a good job of exfoliating. And the lip mask is really nice as well. It's a bit of a thicker formula. It is a lip mask, but it does a really good job of hydrating your lips, so I just enjoyed that as well. And for $16, it's a really good deal. So once they restock, guys, like really set your alarms, because this I feel like is a must-have. And then next up we have the Super Shock highlighters. So we have 3 different shades going from light to dark. So the lightest one is called Silly Old Bear, the mid-tone one is 100 Anchor Wood, and the deepest one is called Mind Over Matter. And all of these have a really strong yellow golden underbase to it, which again really suits the concept and the theme of this collection. I personally do love a really good champagne yellow gold highlight. I actually love all of these. I was a bit afraid that this darker one was going to be too dark on me, but I'm wearing it today more as like a blush topper. Like I just put it all over my cheeks and I love it, and I don't actually think it looks too dark. Like you don't see a cast on my cheeks, which is great, but I did use very little of it, so maybe that's why I was able to get away with it. But these are beautiful. I think depending on your skin tone, you can see how it looks like on me, and then you can pick your choice. But these are all beautiful. The Super Shock formulas are always so nice. And then lastly in the collection we have the Luxe glosses. Again, there are 3 shades going from light, mid-tone to dark. So the lightest one is called Clover Honey, and the mid-tone one is Wildflower Honey, and the last one is called Dandelion Honey. And all 3 of these are really beautiful as well. I actually really like the darkest one, Dandelion Honey. Surprisingly, like I did not think I was gonna like such a dark chocolate brown gloss, but you'll see it in my look. I put it on top of a liquid lipstick, and the combo of like a lighter pink lip color with this gloss on top, it looks so pretty, and I love that combo. And the other 2 is really pretty as well. Like I really enjoyed these glosses. I can actually see myself using these, which typically when collections have a luxe gloss in it, like I don't usually put them in my top drawer, but I think for that darker one and the mid-tone one, it might be going in my top drawer for now, because I really just love the combo. For me, there are no duds in this collection. I really enjoyed it. I think this collection was really pretty. It just fits my makeup style and my color palette really well. And this is a PR box, by the way. I don't know if you guys know, but you can actually flip the box inside out, so you could reuse it or display it. I'm gonna be keeping this. I usually do recycle all of my boxes, but I'm gonna keep this. This is so cute. I just love this collection overall. I would literally recommend everything, but my top recommendation of course would be the honey lip scrub and lip mask, because you can't just pass on that. Like $16, guys, for 2 products in really cute packaging. I recommend. But overall, I really enjoyed this collection. Would recommend everything. So with that being said, let's hop into my 3 looks. I'm starting off with the shade Rumbly, and this is going to be the transition shadow. So I'm just going to sweep that all over my lid, up to my brow bone, into my crease, towards the outer corners. It's the base color, so it's just going all over. And this does have little sparkly glitters in there, so you'll actually see that on the eyes, which is super pretty. So I'm also gonna run that all over my lower lash line as well. And taking the shade right next to it, called In My Tumbly, this is going to go at the outer corners of our eye, so it is a bit of a deeper shadow. So I'm just gonna stamp it on there, get the pigment, and then I'll slowly start blending that out, getting it to fuse, just so we can have the outer corners to be a little bit darker. This is just my go-to technique, I think you guys know. So I'm also gonna take that onto my lower lash line as well, just at the outer corners, and then connecting the shadows at the outer point. And then going into the shade Oh Bother, this is gonna go at the inner third of our eyes, and I'm really gonna diffuse this out. This is more of like a satin finish. It's not so foiled. You definitely could spray your brush to get it more foiled and more metallic, but it's a really nice satin Gleam. It is really pretty. It has a really nice pink undertone to it, like pink and peachy undertone. So I'll also take that into my inner corners as well, and then onto my lower lash line at the inner third to highlight that region. And then to complete the eye look, I'm taking the creme gel liner from Colourpop in the shade Peach Fuzz, and I'm going to use this to tightline my entire bottom waterline. Then for cheeks, I'm using the Supershock highlighter in the shade Silly Old Bear. This one is the lightest one out of the bunch, and I'm just going to apply that to the tops of my cheekbones. It's a really beautiful light gold highlight with a really strong yellow undertone, so it's super pretty. And then lastly, for my lip color, I'm using the Luxe Gloss in the shade Dandelion Honey. I'm putting this on top of the Stila Cosmetics Day or Night liquid lipstick in the shade Romanza, which is more of like a cool tone mauvey pink. And I think this paired on top of that lip color, it results in a really beautiful dusty rose mauvey shade. I was expecting the gloss to be a little bit more brown, but the final result, I love this combo. But here is the first look completed, the Piglet look, where we have a very soft pink mauvey look, which I love. I love these tones. It does give me a lot of blush crush vibes, so I think you definitely could recreate this with that palette, but nonetheless, you can't go wrong with a good old pink fresh look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first look. Alright, so now onto the second look. I'm starting off with the shade Smackaroo. This is going to be the base, the transition for this look, and I absolutely love this shade. It's such a good transitional shadow on my skin tone, and I love how it's super warm. I also love how you can actually see those little gold glitters through it as well when it's on the eyes. It is a really pretty shade. I think this is going to be one of my go-to transition shadows for sure. So I'm just going to sweep that all over my eyes, and also taking that onto my lower lash line as well. Next, I'm going into the shade Pooh Bear, and I'm going to focus this at the outer corners of my eyes, and then also at the inner third of my eyes as well. So pretty much just leaving the center blank of this shadow, because we are going to be creating a halo eye. So we just want all of the focus at the outer corner and the inner corner. So I like to stamp it on, and then I'll go in with a small blending brush to blend out the outer edges. But for my lower lash line, I'll just take that same Pooh Bear shade. Then going into the shade Make Believe, this is going right at the center of the eyes. This is going to enhance that halo eye effect. So I like to stamp it on at the center, blend that out towards the edges, and I also do take that onto my lower lash line as well, just at the center, again to enhance that halo eye effect. Then I'm actually going to take my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just going to dab a line on that halo. This is going to sort of represent the stripe, because I'm calling this my Tigger look. So the stripe is representing his tiger stripe. So just doing a line of this glitter right down my eye onto my lower lash line as well. And then I'll take a glitter gel. This one's from Colourpop as well. It's called Another Glorious Morning. It's from their Hocus Pocus line, but it's just a really warm orange glitter that would complement the look. And I'm just going to dab that again along that tiger stripe line down our eyes. This is very much inspired by Jenny from Kill This Love, just in a different colorway. So with these glitters, it's also going to enhance the halo eye effect as well, but also just a little subtle tiger stripe to the look. And then lastly, to just complete off the look, I'm just taking these little mini crystals, also from Colourpop as well. I'm placing one right at the top of my eyes, and then one at the bottom, sort of where the little tiger stripe starts and ends. And then for highlighter, using the shade 100 Anchor Wood, just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones. I really love how this one looks. I didn't use too much of it either, just to get a subtle glow, but it's a really nice warm gold. It's just a bit deeper than the first one that we used. And then for my lip color, I'm using the Luxe Gloss in the shade Wildflower Honey. I'm putting this on top of the M Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Faded Clementine. So here we have the second look completed, the Tigger look. We are super warm, super orange, just like Tigger. And I just love how this look turned out. I always feel the best in super warm tones, and this is a super warm toned look, so I love it. So I hope you guys love this look as much as I do. And finally, onto the last look, I'm taking the shade Think Think, and this is going to be the base, the transition. So I'm just going to sweep that all over my eyes, up towards my brow bone. It is a really nice mustard yellow, and I think it's a really nice pop of color for this palette. And it also does just blend out like a dream. So I'm also going to take that onto my lower lash line as well, just sweeping that all over. Next, going into the shade Best Friends, I'm going to focus this at the outer corners of my eyes to start building up some depth. I really love the combo of the brown and the yellow together. Gives a lot of spring and summer vibes. I love that combo. And then taking it onto the lower lash line as well. Now going into the shade Sing Ho, I'm gonna place this at the center of my eyes. I am gonna diffuse this out, but I want most of the shadow at the center, and then I'll also take that onto my lower lash line as well at the center, aligning it along. And now taking the shade Honey Tree, I'm going to apply that to the inner third of my eyes. Again, just diffusing that out into my crease so it looks very diffused, very soft, blending that into Sing Ho as well. I'm also going to take that into my inner corners, also to my bottom waterline at the inner third. Pretty much the whole inner third region is going to be Honey Tree. And this shade is actually quite special because in the pan, I would say it looks a little bit more teal, but once it's on the eyes, it transforms into this really light lime green with a hint of teal in there. But I would say on the eyes, it definitely looks a little bit more green than teal than it does in the palette. And then to just top off the look, I'm going to go in with Make Believe, which is the light yellow gold. I'm just going to use that to highlight my inner corners just to bring back some of that yellow. Then for cheeks, taking the Supershock in the shade Mind Over Matter. I'm taking a little bit of this one because this one is the darker shade out of the three, and I'm going to be using this more as like a blush topper because I am wearing a matte blush, and just applying this sort of almost all over my cheeks just gives a really nice youthful glow. And then for lips, taking the Luxe Gloss in the shade Clover Honey. I'm applying this on top of the Olens Eye liquid lipstick in the shade Sweet Peach. But here we have the final look. I would say that this look sort of represents the overall color palette, color story of this collection with the yellow and then the hint of greens. I absolutely love how this look turned out. I'm a big fan of this look as well, and I hope you guys like it too. Alright guys, so those were my three looks. Be sure to let me know which look out of the three was your favorite down below. Personally for me, like, I cannot choose. Usually I can choose, but I just love all three. I feel like all three is very much my style. I see myself wearing all of them, so I can't choose. I love all of them, but let me know your favorite down below. Let me know what you guys think of this collection. Did you pick anything up? Are you going to now? I would love to know down below in the comments. But if you guys did enjoy today's video and you found it helpful, if you could give the video a thumbs up for me, I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I love you, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!